Hello, thank you for joining us on ERi-TV. This is English News Broadcast live from the headquarters in Asmara at 10:30 p.m. local time. First, the top stars. The Amhara construction of Martyrs Cemetery underway. At Daqayh, over 330,000 tree seedlings planted. Nigeria suspends almost all diplomatic missions. Thousands demand withdrawal of French troops from Niger. The construction of the Amhara Martyrs Cemetery is being carried out under the auspices of the Central Command in the Amhara Subzone Administration. This was stated during a luncheon organized by residents of Gaden, Sasah, Adroso, and Aulatsaro administrative areas on August 31st for the members of the Eritrean Defense Force participating at the construction work. Lieutenant Colonel Abraham Berhane, Commander of Division 39 and Captain Goitom Habte, Missionary Coordinator on their part, commended the residents and said that constructing the resting place of our heroic martyrs gives utmost satisfaction and will complete the task with high morale. It's to be noted that various administrative areas in the Amhara subzone organized similar programs. About 330,000 tree seedlings have been planted since July in Daqayh subzone and are in good conditions, Mr. Girmay Abraha, a forest and wildlife expert, said. According to Mr. Girmay, the Daqayh subzone nursery prepared over 350,000 tree seedlings this year, and so far over 330,000 have been planted. He further stated that over 245,000 trees were planted by the residents of 16 administrative areas and members of the Eritrean Defense Force. The rest were planted in schools, places of worship, martyr cemeteries, summer work program, as well as individuals and farmers. Mr. Girmay noted that the trees planted last year in Sibr Aso, Mesgolo Zula, Ma'alawiya, and Safira administrative areas are in better conditions. Finally, Mr. Girmay urged all local administrations to take proper measures to protect and cultivate the trees planted. National Association of Eritrean War Disabled Veterans received material support worth 300,000 NAFA from its branch in Stuttgart and other nationals in Germany. At the handing out event on 1st September, Mr. Mohammed Noor Idris, head of the organization and information of the association, said that support was in continuation the diaspora nationals have been extending to the association. Engineer Fitsum Walde Georgis, who handed over the material support, said that supporting war disabled veterans is not to be left to the government only and called on all nationals inside the country and abroad to extend hands. The National Association of Eritrean War Disabled Veterans has branches in the Scandinavian countries, Germany, the US, Great Britain, and Switzerland. The community in Denden camp in Asmara provided awards of 56 outstanding students who scored high points in the National School Living Examination of 2022-2023 academic year. At the event organized on 1st September, Lieutenant Colonel Berhane Bokhratsen, chairman of the community, congratulating the outstanding students and their parents, called on the awardees to be competent in the further educational career. Noting on the significance of the awards in motivating fellow students, Mr. Tikabo Aymut, the head of curriculum development at the Ministry of Education, congratulated the outstanding students. The awards on their part, thanking for the awards they were provided, expressed readiness to become competitive students in their higher education. We are live on ERi-TV. Stay tuned for international news. Nigerian President Bola Tinubu says he recalls of all but invoice is part of major overhaul of Abuja's diplomatic missions. Nearly all of Nigeria's ambassadors are heading home in an overhaul of Abuja's diplomatic missions. President Bola Tinubu's office has announced that 2 representatives at the UN will be spared for now, they added. A press release published by Presidential Advisor yesterday said that President Bola Tinubu has directed the recall of all career and non-career ambassadors from their duty post worldwide with immediate effect. According to the document, the decision was made as a result of careful study of the present state of affairs at Nigerian consulate office and embassies worldwide. The stated aim of the measure is to ensure that Abuja's diplomatic missions deliver world-class efficiency and quality. Given the upcoming UN General Assembly, Nigeria's permanent representatives at the international body based in New York and Geneva are exempted from the recall, the President Advisor added. The African country Niger's military government accused Paris of blatant interference by the backing and ousted president. Thousands of protesters gathered outside a French military base in Niger's capital, Niamey, once again to demand the withdrawal of French force from the country. The rally was sparked by a call from civil organizations that are opposed to the former colonial power military presence in the region. A series of smaller protests leading up the weekend rally were relatively calm and organized. This is according to media statements. However, yesterday some of the activists were seen breaking the barriers set up by the security forces, police, and the military, and trying to force their way into the base, which houses around 1,500 soldiers. Despite warning by the French military, and it would respond if their military and diplomatic facilities were targeted in the renewed tension, the demonstrators refused to leave. Niger's military government has accused Paris of blatant interference by backing the ousted President Mohamed Bazoum, who has been in custody since July 26. North Korea has announced that it conducted a simulated tactile nuclear attack drill with 2 long-range missiles equipped with mock atomic warheads. The KCNA news agency in today's report said the drill was carried out early yesterday to warn enemies that the country would be prepared in case of nuclear war and pledged against to bolster military deterrence against South Korea and the United States. The 2 cruise missiles carrying mock nuclear warheads were fired toward the West Sea of the peninsula and flew 1,500 kilometers at the preset altitude of 150 meters, it said. The launches were at least the latest in series of missile tests and military exercise conducted by Pyongyang in recent weeks, including a failed spy satellite launched late last month. It came just after a joint annual summertime exercise between South Korea and to close on Thursday after 11-day run featuring air drill with B-1B bombers. Now we have a quick review of the top stars. The Amhara construction of Martyr Cemetery underway. At the Rayih, over 330,000 tree seedlings planted. Nigeria suspends almost all diplomatic missions. Thousands demand withdrawal of French troops from Niger. It was me, Salim Brhana, with the news for tonight. Thank you for being with us. Have a good night.